Before we start with the practical examples, let's take a closer look at the concept of collections and arrays in MaxScript, which are the key to working with multiple objects at once. Collections in MaxScript are lists of values, including arrays, object sets, and path name selections. An array is defined in MaxScript by using the number character, also known as the pound sign in the United States, followed by an opening round bracket, 0 or more elements separated by commas, and a closing bracket. An array can be empty, containing no elements, then it's called the empty array. But it can also contain any number of elements like the string bobo, the integer 2, the system global variable pi, the floating point number 4.1, the array 2 for 6, the scene object Pt.1, the boolean value false, and so on. As you can see, an array is simply a list containing any number of values called array elements. The type of an element can be any MaxScript value, including numbers, scene objects, strings, boolean values, even other arrays. This is a rather refreshing feature of MaxScript when compared to some other scripting languages found in competing 3D applications, where the value type of an array is fixed and array elements cannot be of the type array, thus forcing arrays to be only one-dimensional. To access an element of an array, we can use the index of the element placed in square brackets after the name of the array. For example, the third element of our array returns the value of the system global variable pi. The fifth element returns the subarray 2 for 6, and so on. Note that the index is one base, that means that the first element in the array has the index 1, which is different than what is used in some other programming languages like C++ and so on. We can also access sub-elements of array elements which are of the type array. For example, if we want to access the third element of the fifth element of our array, we can use a second set of brackets, and in this case we get 6. There are some very useful functions for manipulating arrays. For example, adding elements to the array, finding elements in the array, deleting elements from the array, and so on. For example, in order to add the integer 10 to the end of the current array, we can use the append function, followed by the array as the first argument and the value to be added, which results in a new element being added to our array. We can also use the find item, the array, and the value of the element that we are looking for. For example, if we want to know where in our array is the element with the value 4.1, the result is 4, because in our array the fourth element is 4.1. If we want to delete the fourth element of an array, for example, we can use the delete item function, the name of the array, and the index of the item to be removed, in this case the fourth element with the value 4.1. After this, the fourth element has been removed and all the other elements have been shifted and renumbered, so now the former fifth element has index